But it's a great game. I think it's the best bet on the board. And again, it's a play that I call a 15-dime release, which I just hit 6 out of 3 and 6 out of 9 in the preseason, and 39 and 23 the last 4 years in the NFL overall. Next game, Detroit and Tampa Bay. I'm very surprised at the number here that the Lions are only a 1.5-point dog in this game. Now, I understand why they're a dog, because let's face it, when the Lions went to Tampa Bay last December with Drew Stanton in quarterback and won outright in overtime, really costing the Bucs a chance at the playoffs, that ended a 26-game road losing streak. But all the hype is about the Lions. And coming off a 4-0 preseason, everybody's in love with the Lions. Again, though, it's on the road. So why I say I'm kind of surprised at this line is I really thought when this game was penciled in, the Lions would actually be favored. But this is a game, now you as a bookmaker, you tell me, is this a sucker play? Is this a trap play? Are they trying to lure you into taking Tampa Bay, laying only the 1.5 at home, or the Lions are just too good to believe I got to grab the points? You know,
they may be, but if they are, they're wrong, because these Lions, they're for real. Not just because they went 4-0 in the preseason. We've seen that movie before. But 13-3 against the spread last year. Stafford, bona fide superstar this year.
If he stays healthy.
Absolutely. We know he's going to be healthy game 1. And that's what we're talking about. So, you know, I really like Detroit here in this spot.
And the Lions have covered 7 of the last 8 in the series. And, you know, they have won 8 straight games. If you count the 4-0 start in preseason, the last 4 games of last year's regular season, they are healthy. What I like, though, about the Lions is not only have they built that intimidating defense, but they've given Stafford so many offensive weapons, and he plays behind a very good offensive line, a line that only gave up 27 sacks last year. So it's surprising that this guy, you know, if you just tap him on the shoulder, he's fragile. I mean, that's the problem. He's like a piece of china. If he stays healthy, I think Detroit can really have a great shot at 9 or 10 wins here and perhaps earn a playoff berth. And by the way, later in the show, we will talk about one of the best proposition plays, not only who's the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl, but the over-under in terms of seasonal wins for the teams in the league. FYI, guys, by the way, Tampa Bay, just 3-15-1 against the spread in their last 19 home games.
The thing you have to ask yourself about Detroit, though, and be very wary out there, is we know how good they did against the spread last year. Will the bookmakers catch up and adjust that line this year, knowing they went 13-3 last year?
And that's why I'm shocked at this number. I mean, I look at this and I'm thinking, you know, Detroit's going to win this game outright. I just, you know, could be a trap. Not a game that I'm betting on, obviously. I'm just telling you that up front, guys. You know, a lot of the games that we talk about here, these are our solicitations, our opinions and comments on games, not the games that I'm putting my money on. My money's on Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Before we talk about the Chicago-Atlanta game, you know, fantasy football is just such a huge, huge thing in this country, actually internationally. But we have a friend of the family, shall we say, where you have an opportunity to make money while playing your fantasy leagues.
Right, so there's a website out there, and like you say, he's a friend of the show. It's called draftstreet.com. And this is unlike anything I've ever seen before, Al. Everybody's used to traditional fantasy. You make your selections, you wait the whole season, you see who wins, and you get paid at the end of the year.
Not me, I hate that.
Now we're talking instant gratification. These guys at draftstreet.com, you can actually get instant fantasy. You can put your team up on a Sunday morning, and if you win, you're getting paid Sunday night. And the other great thing is you don't have to have a bunch of friends that play along with you. You can go to their site, and they've got all the open games there, and you can enter an open game with whoever you want. In fact, if you're out there and you want to try this, they're going to have a free roll. So you go to draftstreet.com on Saturday, and you go ahead and you open up an account on Sunday, and you go ahead and open up an account, and you just put in the code Budin, like my name, B-U-D-I-N. It'll take you right to the free roll. You'll have a chance to win $300. Absolutely free, no entry fee, no credit card, nothing. Just sign up for an account. You get a free shot at $300. They're going to pay 6 places.
Hey, listen, guys, and free really does mean free here. And again, it's B-U-D-I-N to get your free roll entry into the contest. I play this on a weekly basis. I know Steve does as well. And what I love is what you said, the instant gratification. I don't want to know January I won my fantasy league. That's old school. I want to know Sunday night when all the games are over. Did I win? Did I get enough points? Where did I finish? And I love the fact that what you said, I don't have to play against friends.
Right.
I'm playing against total strangers out on the internet. But as a matter of fact, look, you're going to see our teams on there too. You're playing against us as well. but we're all competing for the same pot of money. And the greatest thing about here, it's a free entry. And as you said, the money's up there for grabs, the first 6 spots.
Yeah, it takes it from Dungeons and Dragons to actual instant action.
Dungeons, you're showing your age there.
Yeah,
Dungeons
and
Dragons.
It's terrible.
My God, that's scary. Okay, so make sure you check it out, draftstreet.com. You'll see the link right here on the homepage if you're watching this on the online. And again, a quick reminder, any portion of the show that you may have missed, all you have to do is go to our site. You see the URL right at the bottom of the screen, and you can watch it in its entirety, and it's really that easy. Steve, Chicago and Atlanta, I think this is the toughest game on the board for a number of reasons. First of all, you've got the Bears, a 3-point underdog at home, and you know, this is a Bears team that's 1-3 in its last 4 openers. You know, Falcons great on the road last year, 6-2 against the spread. Any thought on this?
Yeah,
one?
Bears fans certainly think this line is a complete diss to them. I mean, Lovey's going to have his cover 2 defense ready. I think that actually matches up well with Atlanta. I'm looking for an upset here. I'm not positive about it, but when you're not positive, always take the points. I like Chicago plus the 3 in this spot.
I'm with you as well, taking Chicago. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and rejoin you with Chris Jordan coming up in just a moment.
Steve Budin here, and that time we've all been waiting for has finally come. It's the first week of the NFL, and guys, the season has changed, but my strategy remains exactly the same. I'm going to use my sources, my time-tested sources, to bring you the winners. Guys, one of those sources that you know very well is none other than the Baltimore Crew. They are my #1 crew in the NFL with a record of 26-12-1 over the last 3 years. And I'm going to say it again because it's so very important. Over the last 3 years, not the last 3 weeks, not the last 3 months, they stand at 26-12-1. And guys, they've won their opening play in the NFL for 3 years straight. I've got a monster play from the Baltimore Crew. There's only one thing left to do now, and I think you know damn well what it is. Get it and bet it, my friends.
Al DeMarco here along with Steve Budin. This is the only NFL pregame show that every Sunday breaks down your games from a point spread perspective. We're going to be joined by handicapper extraordinaire Chris Jordan, direct from Vegas in just a second. Guys, remember, at the bottom of the screen right here, you see a discount code. That will save you $20 off of any purchase you make today at the website. It's a one-time usage coupon. You don't have to buy my plays or Steve's plays. You should, but $20 off any handicapper of your choice. Take advantage of it, save money, and then win money. Coupon code right here. Enter it when prompted in your shopping cart. It's that easy. Hey, joining us now, Chris Jordan, direct from Las Vegas. How you doing, Chris? Welcome to the program. I should mention, Steve, before we go, hey, before we even get, we're not even going to let you talk here for a second, because first let me brag about you for a minute. Chris rates his plays on a 1-unit basis. If you had bet $1 per unit for his plays, last year alone, you won $15,500. Dating back the last 5.5 years, you've won over $28,000. NFL regular season play since 2007, you've won nearly $11,000. And I know what you're going to say.
Yep. When I was a bookmaker, if I had a customer like that, we chase him. I don't care if he's lucky or he's good. Anybody could win for a year. Anybody could win for a week or a month. When you start talking about numbers from 5 years, that's special.
That's amazing. So congratulations to you. Hope you have another great season this year.
You're looking great, by the way, Chris. You're looking really good. Do me a favor. The next time you're driving down the strip, will you say a little of my money for me?
I will, but you know, that's a lot of driving. It's a lot of gas.